Welcome to the 9th part in the KT build series. This video is by far the most exciting in my opinion. We get this thing started and running. However, we do kind of bump into a couple issues. So sit back, let's just get to work. Oh, also by the way, if any of you guys are interested in an RB25 intake manifold, ISR brand, cast, it's actually honestly a lot nicer than I thought. Let me know. I'll be more than willing to sell it to you, ship it to you. In the US, preferably $350 shipped, I think is pretty fair, so let me know. So I took the spark plugs out, and the third and fourth cylinders actually had way more fuel on the actual plugs, and the first two were actually pretty dry. Well, you know, as opposed to, you know, when you compare them to 3 and 4. I already soaked up a pretty decent amount in this rag, so maybe there's a leaky injector, and yeah, so I'm gonna see if I'm gonna take out that cylinder 3 injector, pop it to number 2, see if the actual, you know, floodage travels with that injector, and then we'll move from there, because these are used, you know, I don't believe they were flow tested or anything like that, so and then we'll move from there. But we had a slight fire, you know, we're making a bit of progress here. I'm not really sure, I just kind of messed with the distributor a bit. It might just be like one tooth off or something like that, but because it's flooding it like that, I think that is probably our issue. So maybe we have some injector issues, so well, let's see what happens. Not this time. Of course. Now I gotta wait 8 hours to charge the battery. Alright, so I figured for the hell of it, since I have the option to do it, I might as well do it. But I'm gonna just put this thing to top dead center and just see, take off the cover and just see how things line up, man, because I swear I have it right. But I'm gonna change the plugs on the S13. I honestly think it'll start right now. Well, not right now, but once I put plugs in it, with the way it's timed. But just for the hell of it, let's see what we got going on here. Hope I don't freeze. This doesn't make sense to me right now. I don't get this. The way it's lined up, if I take this off right now, that's number 1. It's almost, it's like before number 1. So, but like when I go online and it shows you how to install it, you're supposed to go by these little dots. Now we'll see where I have it on top dead center. I have it on the compression stroke. The cam lobes are pointing out. I don't know, keep working. So, as you guys can see, hang on. We have the lobe pointing directly outwards, and I can assure you that that one is the same. We come down here, you'll see that the timing mark is on the second notch, which is top dead center, which is what we're at. Now, I am looking in this cylinder because I basically took all the plugs out and cranked it just to get all the fuel out of there. But this one actually piled up some more fuel. So that leads me to believe that that cylinder, or that injector right there, is leaking. And just these little things, not like the fuel injector, so crazy. I'm just gonna pop off the distributor, see where the notch is, and guess we'll go from there, man. All right, I'm pretty confident about this, boys. It is so cold though. I can't stress that enough right now. So, I got it in again. I took it out. I put it in a different way. I was talking to a buddy on Facebook, and he recommended me to do it that specific way. There's two little notches. I wish I showed you guys. There's two little holes on one side of the distributor. There's only one on the other side. You don't want to use that side. So make sure you're on the side with two holes. There's a tiny hole and then a big hole. You want to be to the right of that tiny hole, but to the left of the big hole. Does that make sense? So kind of in the middle, but more so. It's really tricky, but I might just be, maybe the cold is probably just getting to me here. My phone doesn't work anymore. Surprised my camera still works. But as you guys can see, that little guy right there, right in the center of the screen, that lines up. Hang on. That lines up. See that right there? That's number one. And oh, hey. That's pretty much what we're looking at, and I'm pretty sure that's perfect. So, waiting to get the call to say that the plugs are in, and we'll go get those, put those in. We still have a leaky injector for sure. I think finally, guys, if we're in the clear with this distributor and this thing starts, oh man.
It's a lie! Yeah, buddy!
Alright guys, so I went ahead and took the plugs out. And those you can see, this guy is actually not firing at all. That's on number 3rd cylinder, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 3, so obviously this is not getting spark. And obviously, I figured there was something kind of wrong. It didn't sound like it should have. I figured, alright, yeah, it's just an open downpipe, you know, KAT, whatever. But, God, this wind is just gnarly out here. But, yeah, so that's basically why the engine was shaking as well. So I think it was probably due to there being a bad plug wire or something, but, because as you guys can see, everyone has some you know, detonation or whatever you want to call it. You can tell that they've been firing. But also, I'll show you guys this too. Even though I said I'm pretty sure I got the distributor perfect, I think I am there, but I think I need to go one more tooth because it seems, unless, you know what, maybe it's just because of the misfire or whatever. So I'm gonna leave the distributor in there for now. And go ahead and see, I have another spark plug wire just to kind of test for the time being. I had told my buddy Kyle to pick some up because I actually for some reason knew that they were a little bit sketchy. So let's try the new one that it's not new, but it's a different one that I have that will work. And yeah, let's see what happens. Alright, so progress update. Obviously, for some reason the plug wire wasn't fully in. So I think maybe that was our issue. But for now, for some reason, the thing won't start anymore. It just cranks, and I had a bit of a cough, and it doesn't fire anymore. I don't understand that. I had it fired yesterday, and then came outside and fired it up. Obviously, I needed some gas, you know, some pedal assistance to get it fired up. But, I mean, it ran, you know what I mean? And now it doesn't run. So I'm thinking that maybe I should... because as you guys can see, it ran the best with the distributor all the way over to this side, which I think is advancing it. So I think I might need I might be off just one more, like one tooth. so back to the distributor messing again. I mean, man, I thought we had it, and You know, I don't know why it's just decided to be a bit of a pain again, but we'll get it sorted, guys. We ain't giving up.
He's back, up and running.
Alright, so cylinder 3 is not firing. I changed the different set of plug wires on there and still no fire on cylinder number 3. So I'm maybe thinking, I don't know, the cap could be bad. I don't know. I mean, I'm still learning with KA, so, and distributors and all that stuff. So like I said, it's running, but we don't have a fire on number 3. I unplugged the wire, and as you guys can see, I also took out the plug for the fuel injector and stuff like that. So we have no fire now. I don't think it's going to want to start. I mean, I don't want to jinx myself. Maybe it will. See? I don't get it, man. It's just these plugs or something. I'm running BKR 6Es, which is what I'm supposed to be running, I think, for a low boost KAT setup. So, just, oh man. It wants to run, and then when I try to start it again, it doesn't want to run. So this is just craziness, man. Alright, so I reinstalled the distributor one tooth a different way, and it actually just turned the key and fired right up. So, and now the only thing is, now I have the distributor all the way to the retard side, you know what I mean? So we'll see, you know, when the timing gun, what happens. But we have another little issue here, gentlemen. I look under the car because obviously, you know, it starts to smoke like quite a bit after a while. Can you guys see all that in there? You guys can see it's like dripping off the downpipe. That's oil. And there was like a very steady stream. I couldn't necessarily see if it was coming from the oil return right there, which is, you know, right there in the center of the screen. I would have came under here and looked, but the exhaust would be dumping right in my face. So if anything, I would put, you know, the downpipe on, and then, but I mean, obviously, before we even figure out where the leak's coming from, obviously there's a seal issue or something along those lines with the turbo. So Kyle's gonna be here soon. I'm gonna tell him what's up, and then we'll see what he wants to do. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm not ready.
You're not ready. I'm not really ready either, but I have to be ready.
It's a lot quieter than I thought. Weird.
Really?
Weird. Yeah,
like
very weird.
Fantastic time of year.
Oh!
I really want to put this down. I can't though.
Now I saw it.
Jeez, I'm like fucking getting lightheaded on smoke.
Yeah. Now I saw it.
Like streaming.
Yeah. Sounds like a truck.
It is a truck. A 3-cylinder truck. Keep it slow, boys. We're nice and slow. We got a vehicle.
Got a very nice vehicle in front.
Multiple vehicles inbound.
No pressure.
Okay, so let me basically just round up what happened today. So maybe you guys will be able to help us out. So cylinder 3 is not firing. We have spark, very strong spark. We checked it again. You guys would have seen a test before we changed the cap, changed the rotor, and so now we have a very strong spark on cylinder number 3. Nice blue, strong, bright, really good. Also, we checked the injectors. Those are firing. They're just getting signal while you're cranking. They all get even amount of signal. They all have 11 ohms resistance. So let me know what you guys think it is. I'm gonna compression test the cylinder tomorrow. God forbid it's actually like low on compression, that's why it's not firing, but every other cylinder is firing fine, besides 3. So the spark plug hasn't even seen any detonation. It's still brand new. It doesn't even smell like fuel, which is weird. But that also kind of scares me to believe that maybe like the rings on the piston are bad. I don't know, that the fuel is just getting poured into the block. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are thinking. And you know, hopefully you guys will be able to help me out. I hope this video's not too long, but it was a big part in the build. So let me know if you guys have any suggestions. But like I said, we really need to just get the compression test done. And from there, I guess we'll figure out what's next. So let's see what happens tomorrow.